Next one, Gareth Melden. Subject Triple H versus Bret Hart. Who's better? Oh, Triple H versus Bret Hart. With a viral video of Bret Hart rolling his eyes at Triple H going around, it leads me to ask you guys what I think is one of the great segments you do every once in a while. Bret Hart versus Triple H, who's better? Bret Hart was technically great, but he couldn't do gimmick matches. His promos weren't often good. Triple H, meanwhile, could do the gimmick matches stuff, was awesome on the mic, and while a great wrestler, maybe wasn't lined up the 5-star classics. Triple H is also, if it helps his case, a bigger draw than Bret. For me personally, it's Triple H, but I want to know what you guys think. Who's better? Harry Ruiz. Wow. Why is that?
That's tremendous.
Bret Hart is better than Triple H, but Triple H is still way up there. But Bret to me is one of the best ever. Bret is right off the Mount Rushmore. His work was excellent. You know? Look, he came across a tough guy. And by the way, everybody's making a big deal of that. I don't know why that's such a big deal. Him rolling his eye. That didn't seem like he was like taking a shot at Triple H.
He was just motioning to someone that was in the crowd that he knew or something. I guess I don't know.
Thanks for down.
Konnan, who do you think is better than Bret or Triple H?
I like them both a lot, but I grew up with Bret, and I know Bret very well. And I saw in Canada, dude, he was like a national hero. They didn't look at him like just as a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? But Hunter's he can be comedic. He can do it all, bro.
Right.
But I want to take issue real quick where he said Bret can't work gimmick matches. But I mean, what about the match with Austin? Was an I Quit match? That was a gimmick match. That was
I don't know. This silly.
That's unwell. I don't understand that.
He was. That's a silly criticism. So. Next from Nicholas Look. Your thoughts on Triple H Hall of Fame speech going too long? What led to Dirty Dumb's face turn? I didn't predict a face turn with the victory. I have it on authority.
I say it didn't seem where
No, he didn't. No. Bro, I'm going to make a quick statement about the WrestleMania crowd. The WrestleMania crowd always each year is like a celebration of like, if there's an act, even if it was a heel that's been getting over, if that act like goes over, that's going to get a pop.
Right, or like you deserve it, which is what they were saying.
Right, exactly. It's
that doesn't mean he turned face.
The culmination of their smartest fans that are willing to pay as much money as they had to come to see this, they're going to let themselves voice themselves like, this is what we thought.
I'd like to tell this guy, what's this guy's name?
Nicholas Look.
Nicholas Look.
You're using the terminology incorrectly.
Okay.
That was not a face turn.
Right.
What'd you think of the Hall of Fame speech? If you watched,
too long. And trust me, people were there that said it was too long. But what are you gonna do? It's just like it was late, bro. It ended like 2:30 in the morning in Vegas.
Yeah, a guy asked later about it.
It's absurd,
And he points out that there was, different shots of people dozing off in the crowd. What
are they gonna do? You're on East Coast time. A lot of these people, and it's 5:30 in the morning. East Coast time. So whatever.
And not only that, bro. I was at one of the. I was at the Hall of Fame speech. Obviously.
Oh yeah, your speech was terrible too.
And I was also in the Hall of Fame speech when Paulie was inducted in Philly. When Joe flaked out on me to go hang out with the CZW guys in Raven. But anyways, so what was I saying? Oh, the whole day, because I followed Ray and Dominic around. Dude, the whole day they're doing interviews and pictures and by the time you get there, I was so tired, Disco, that I actually dozed off a couple times.
Right.
So, and it was long, but he's never going to get another chance to do this again. And he did tell some good stories and some that weren't too good.
Right. It'd be funny, like what if you ever get like with the partnership between AAA and WWE.
Right.
I imagine
it's not a partnership. They own us.
They own you guys. They may give you a spot and put you in the Hall of Fame eventually, right? And as I think I should be the one that inducts you.
Yeah.
And in my induction speech, I pull out your previous speech. And I'm repeating like the things you said and trying to debunk them. Said, well, the fact shows that this is what actually happened.
You mean like you did with the video?
I just bury your speech.
Right.
That's my induction speech for you.
You dirty dog.
Next from Matthew Mason, subject Disco. Hey fellas, it's 2025. What are the odds of getting an updated Disco Inferno version of Sabu's theme song? Thanks, guys. And that's from Matthew Mason. What are the odds of getting an updated version of Sabu's theme song? I'm asking you.
I don't know how to do it. You do. You do it excellent. Do you want to do
Joe,
it?
You're looking at odds. No, he's asking what are the odds of me doing it?
Okay.
I gave it.
So what do you think the odds are?
Mine is 10%.
Yeah.
Minus 10% to be doing it?
Yeah.
35% chance.
How much? What percent chance, Joe?
35.
35. And what did you say, Conan? Minus 10%?
Right.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
That's hilarious.
I delivered
That
it
is-
for the people.
That is great.
Next is from Kevin from Monterey. Triple H recently addressed the hypocrisy of older wrestling podcasters who criticize current wrestlers for not maintaining kayfabe. During an appearance on Andrew Schultz's Flagrant podcast, he remarked, "It always makes me laugh in this current day and age that old-timers will do podcasts where they're giving everything away from their generation of the business and saying how terrible it is that these kids don't kayfabe today. So let me get this straight. You're on a podcast telling everybody all the non-kayfabe stuff and then complaining that there's no kayfabe today. Genius? Genius? Are you fans of WWE releasing the new Netflix show called Unreal that lets the fans into the writer's room? Thoughts? Oh, they're letting the fans in the writer's room finally, huh?
Yeah,
That would have been great back when me and Ed and Vince and Terry when Borash were doing it, bro. That was hysterical in there.
Right.
So Hunter's comments, like the old school, maintaining kayfabe is like, I just think it's better for your character to be kind of like the way Drew McIntyre is on social media.
Right.
Like he's kind of like in
Or
his
like Kevin
character.
Cross is.
Right. Just present like it's a good way to promote your character on the show. If
Right.
you don't want to do it.
And it's not any different. And it's not any different. Like, for example, I was watching this thing with, what's this guy's name? Denzel Washington and some other actor, right? And he was saying, I thought Denzel didn't like me. And he goes, he wouldn't smile, he wouldn't talk to me. And then when they wrapped up, Denzel went and hugged him, and he goes, I thought you didn't like him. He goes, bro, you're playing a cop, and I'm Frank Lucas. Like one of the biggest, that was an actual gangster in New York.
Right.
So he stayed during the whole show, during the whole filming, in character.
Right.
What's the difference?
Right.
And at the end of the day, he's saying here that, we're doing kayfabe, we're exposing kayfabe. Bro, we're talking about that happened 30 years ago.
No, not even that. Not even that. Because this is the issue. So it's not, dude. If we were not in the conversation, the marks would be driving all the narratives. Right. Like, what do we get? Are you going to have a bunch of mark podcasters talk about kayfabe and stuff? It's like, well, you kind of need to set the record straight with people that from behind the curtain that were there and talking like, well, no, guys, you're not describing. You don't really know what's going on.
That's what you and me. We're always in awe when we get a real person from their field, whether it's a Daniel Cormier who is very knowledgeable, or Towers. We just listen, or Irvine that played actual hockey. Like they did it. I always feel like I'm under the learning tree when I talk with those guys.
Right.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.